It's Quilt Spool Assembly Day at Sew a Story, so come on in and join me for week 3 of the Spoolful of Charm Quilt Along. Hello, friends, and welcome back to week 3 of the Spoolful of Charm Quilt Along. I am Jennifer Long of Sew a Story, and this is such an enjoyable way to spend kind of a dark and cold month together. So this is kind of getting our sewing mojo back. What I just love about it is that it's easy to sew this quilt, but it really gets just a little bit of creativity. Really, even though you follow the pattern exactly, unless you're going to choose the exact panels that I've chosen as well, no two quilts will ever be the same. So you get an opportunity to be really fun and unique without a lot of stress. So I just love that about this. And you end up with a great size quilt for so many different purposes. Hang it in your sewing room, throw it over your legs, sit on it on your chair in your sewing room, or maybe even give it away as a baby gift. Use up your scraps or get the Thimbelina collection. So this week we are assembling the spools. So easy. There are 9 spools. And there's basically like 2 assemblies for them. One is a vertical spool and one is a horizontal spool. It is important to know which one you are sewing when the center is directional. So I just want to talk this through with you here before you get too deep into sewing. And then when you go to your setting, you'll be like, oh. So you'll notice that there is a vertical spool here, and I want my image to be vertical there. So this is the bottom so that it makes sense. This is my horizontal spool, but yet I want my image to still be vertical in here. So that is just something to be aware of as you're sewing your quilt together, that you are just making sure that the directionality of each of the pieces that you are sewing is centered and correct. So last week we did fussy cutting. This week we get to pull those blocks together. It's really just putting borders on there around your spool, and then a little bit of stitch and flip for the edges. It's just you need to think a little bit about if it's a vertical or a horizontal so you get your directionality correct. I did make a full complete video for this quilt for our Pattern Club members in 2025, just I think December it was, so that we could sew this together in our Pattern Club. So I will put the link here if you'd like to watch that video as well. But this is really fun, confident beginner sewing. You can do it. I can't wait to see how you are sewing this together. This is going to be the creative fun week. It's going to be so much fun. So take your time this week, but come on over and share it. We want to cheer you on. I'm so excited to see how you are sewing this quilt. And if you are just discovering us for the first time, hello and welcome. This is a really fun free quilt along. We do a couple of free quilt alongs and sew alongs every year at Sew a Story to support fabric collections, but also just to inspire you. So thank you so much for being here. If you like to look for Thimbelina fabric, please do so at your local quilt shop. There's so many amazing shops that have Thimbelina fabric. And if you're looking for this panel and they are getting all out, we do have a very limited on the Sew a Story website. So if you're very remote or you're having trouble finding it, we have a couple of them on there, but we don't have yardages or anything. So, all right. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see what you create. This has been such a fun quilt along. Join me next week for week 4 as we wrap up and do a little bit of finishing and embellishments. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.